wins have generated some hype and got the attention of Taz. He's the next Blacklist racer. Guy's nuts, and a major heat score, so watch yourself. He's waiting for your call. Later.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Need for Speed Most Wanted. In the previous episode I finished off one race event and 3 milestone events that Taz wanted us to do, and now he is ready to challenge us for the prestige of being on the Blacklist number 14 spot. If you recall from Taz's bio, it said he was good at sprint races, and sure enough, he's trying to play to his strengths. He wants us to do 2 sprint races with him, and I say let's go for it. We've proven we can beat people at their own game. Now, despite what you might be thinking with the cops showing up after Taz and all that, in the Blacklist races the cops don't bother you at all. It's only you and the rival. That doesn't prevent Taz from being an asshole though and pushing us out of the way with his souped up Lexus. Dad's Chevy's got its work cut out for it. It's stock, it's got a lower top speed, acceleration and handling than the Lexus has. But that's not going to stop us from kicking Taz's face in and taking his car for ourselves, hopefully. That is, if I stop wrecking everything in sight and start getting back on the road. Oh, Taz is trying to... Oh, I think Taz just struck that taxi at top speed. Well, that bores ill for the taxi driver. It's good for us. In a way, I'm really glad that you guys actually picked the Chevy, the majority of you picked the Chevy for the races, because I don't think we could be doing this with any car with a lower top speed. The Chevy's top speed really is a saving grace. It's saving grace against the higher tier cars that I've been facing, and that we're currently facing right now with Taz. Especially in the highways. I mean, look at this. This thing is pulling 130 on a miles per hour on the highway. And if you recall, on the first pursuit we did with the cops, it pulled 155. Honestly, if we don't get Taz's pink slip on the selection markers, I may just give an option for the goons, you know, for you guys to vote on whether or not we should just soup up this car and keep driving it, because it's certainly not doing a bad job on its own. Man, look at that. We're 1,000 feet and a bit ahead of Taz, and the finish line's right there. Sprint races? Yes, please. Kind of wrecked our side window there. No big deal. And hey, we hit 155 with our Chevy. I'm quite proud of it. But it's not over yet. Taz still says we have one more sprint race to do. Yes, in case you had any doubts, as of yet, our player character is a white guy. No, your avatar is not customizable, unfortunately. And Taz once again taking the early lead with his high acceleration and good top speed. We're playing the long game though. Oh, he just... I don't know if he baited that slowdown. We just smashed into his back though, and that's never good. You never want to smack another enemy in the back, because not only do you lose speed, they actually gain some from the whole momentum, you know? And I think Taz nearly hit that car. Braked in the nick of time, unfortunately for us. As long as he keeps smacking into stuff, he will suffer from the slowdown, and we will eventually catch up to him, like in this uphill right here. Good. I'm really not liking how close this race is, though. Now, despite the lack of handling of this Chevrolet, what am I saying? Despite the lack of handling on it, I'm handling the curves by just tilting the wheel ever so slightly, just tapping it. And turning way ahead of oh my goodness! Nearly hit that cab. And here's a shortcut opportunity. Taz did not take it. Good, that saves us a couple extra seconds. And we're nearly done. 20% or so more to go. And here's a bad curve right here. Alright, good. But here comes the toughest part of the entire race. Lots of tight turns. Woo! Okay, and Taz is taking those with much ease. I'm actually really afraid of him getting a last minute burst of speed right here. But the finish line is so close! Oh, yes, we did it. Dad's Chevy, once again, pulling through. Despite an initial setback, we did it. Taz has been officially eliminated from the blacklist. Now, I got warned on the thread by, I can't remember who it was exactly, and I'm sorry I'm not getting your name off the top of my head here, but they told me that the unique performance upgrades that the Blacklist races can give you are actually better than the stuff you can buy. So I said a new policy from now on is that if I'm lucky enough to get the Blacklist Racer's pink slip in the first go, I will then take the performance upgrade every time. But if I fail to do so, if I fail to get the Blacklist Racer's pink slip, I will try once again. Let's try this one. An extra impound strike. Those are worthless. Every time you get pulled over by the cops, your car gets 1 impound strike counted against it. If it gets 3, it's taken to the pound, and then you have to pay to get it back. This is just worthless though if you're good at pursuits. Alright, let's try right. Extra cash. Damn it. Well, we missed out on Taz's Lexus. I suppose, you know, you can't have them all. What can you do, though? And it looks like Victor Vasquez, Blacklist number 13, is our next rival. He's got a Toyota Supra, and he's good at pursuit lengths. Let's watch this video.
Way to go. You're in. I want to show you something. I hooked you up with access to the police database. You've been building a rap sheet with the cops. The more heat you bring down on yourself, the more hype and bounty come your way. So make sure you keep track of your rap sheet.
Well, what do we got here?
Nothing you're ever gonna get.
You're so sweet. You got lucky. Staying on the blacklist is gonna take a lot more than luck. And you better watch your back out there because, well, you never know what might happen, do you?
What, you gonna work this ride too?
Mia, I don't know what your game is, but I'm gonna find out. You can't ride this sucker's hype forever. And when he burns out, no more free rides. I know you like it.
Stay on top of that rap sheet. I gotta go. I'll hook up with you later.
I'm impressed. Taz underestimated you and paid the price. Make sure you never do the same. I'll hook up with you later.
So the plot thickens. We have now access to the rap sheet, and I'm going to show it off just before this video is over. And Razor is quite suspicious of Mia. Raj, of course, is just telling us, good job, keep it up. So let's jump back to our safe house. And let's see our rap sheet. So, welcome to the rap sheet. The rap sheet shows us how much cost to state we have committed so far, how many cars they have impounded from us, how many cars they know we drive, how much bounty we have, how much we are due in fines, how many times we've evaded pursuits, and how many times we've been busted. You can see how many infractions you've committed, as well as the general summary of things, which vehicles they know you drive, which infractions you've committed so far, how much cost to state you have done, the top 5 pursuit records, and most importantly for us, the rankings. My goal is to get number 1 in all of these. Just to give an example, we're number 13 with our Cobalt SS. We've lasted the tops 328 on the list. The record, held by, of course, Razor with our BMW M3 GTR, 30 minutes. We've got our work cut out for us. So I'm just backing out here because before I go, I have another episode vote for you guys. And that is, we need a new ride. Our Cobalt SS, Dad's Chevy, has served us well, but unfortunately, it is, as it is now, stock, it is way too underpowered to compete with anything above Taz's level. Vic's Supra will smoke us if we try. That means that we have to buy ourselves a new car, or else soup up our Cobalt. Maybe both. Alright folks, we're back in the car lot. Just before this episode is over, I want to show off what cars we have unlocked so far. We still have the Lexus, the Punto, and the Cobalt for sale, but we have unlocked the Golf GTI, the Audi TT 3.2 Quattro, the Audi A3 3.2 Quattro, the Mitsubishi Eclipse, the Audi A4 3.2 FSI Quattro, and that's it. Unfortunately, we can't get the Toyota Supra just yet. So as you can see here, the Mitsubishi Eclipse is actually the best car on the lot for everything. But if you guys have a hard-on for an Audi, because really the only three options, the other options we have here are Audis, as well as a Golf GTI if you're really into that sort of thing. We have a pick of more cars. Once again, we have the lower tier here, the Lexus IS300, Fiat Punto, our own Cobalt, the Volkswagen Golf GTI on the second tier, along with the Audi TT 3.2 Quattro. And then on the higher levels we have the Audi A3, the Mitsubishi Eclipse, and the Audi A4. Anyway, you guys have now the choice to vote. Do we buy one of these stock cars and soup it up? Do we just buy the stock car and save souping up for later? Or do we say bollocks to that, save our cash, and upgrade our Cobalt? I'll leave that up to you guys. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. See ya!